All right, so I think sleep is obviously a very important thing for every human, um, as it's pretty much one of the biggest health indicators you can have. So I really just wanted to do a quick, brief overview on melatonin, because that's obviously when people think of sleep, they think of melatonin. So I just wanted to do a little brief overview, and for myself, I just wanted to kind of study this a bit more and look into it. So, our table of contents, we have what is melatonin, how melatonin works in the body, some other effects of melatonin that aren't just sleep, supplementation, and then risks and benefits. So, what is melatonin? Melatonin is a hormone that is produced by the pineal gland in the brain, and as you know, it's responsible for the sleep wake cycle. And your body will start secreting it when it detects low levels of light. And then it's derived from the amino acid tryptophan, and pretty much tryptophan turns into serotonin, and then serotonin turns into melatonin, and this is tryptophan. And now, how does it actually work in the body? Because we know what it does, but I guess how does it actually work? So there's three main receptors that it binds to: the melatonin 1, 2, and 3 receptors. And 1 and 2 are the most researched, and there's not a lot of research on 3. But pretty much melatonin, if your brain detects low light, melatonin gets released. If there's high levels of light, it gets inhibited. And so something I found cool during my research was melatonin does not actually put you to sleep. It's simply, it's a hormone, so it simply just acts as a signal telling your body to do something. So once melatonin attaches to the receptors, it just tells your body to start decreasing neuronal and metabolic activity, decrease alertness, and that's mainly the melatonin 1 receptor, and then the melatonin 2 receptor is more regulating your circadian rhythm. Now, other effects of melatonin. It actually has been shown to have antioxidant effects, which are actually very strong compared to other antioxidants, and that's because of melatonin's ability to cross the blood-brain barrier and cell membranes. So it's actually able to get into your brain and into your cells a lot better than other antioxidants. So it's super strong. Some studies suggest it can even be neuroprotective, and that links back to the antioxidant effects. And then something I found interesting was it can actually influence your time of puberty if you're young. So if you have very high melatonin levels, which might come with supplementation, it will delay your puberty. And then retina health is another thing, and again, that's tied back to antioxidant effects, but that's also because you have melatonin receptors in your retina. And then another one we all probably know is vivid dreams. Melatonin, when supplemented, can give you some pretty vivid dreams. And then I wanted to just combine these two, supplementation and risks and benefits. So the benefits is obviously help with sleep aid. If you can't fall asleep, it can lower blood pressure during sleep. That neuroprotection works really well for jet lag, because that melatonin 2 receptor will help reset your internal circadian rhythm. And I think that's the best use for melatonin, is just for a couple days when you're trying to get your sleep schedule down, not really over long-term use. And then some studies suggest that you get better sleep time and quality, but then other studies suggest it actually messes with like REM sleep and stuff like that. So that one's kind of contradictive. Now, drawbacks: grogginess if taken in high doses, like in the morning after you sleep, hormonal disruption, mood swings, can disrupt your sleep cycle because depending on what time you take it, You're going to be changing your circadian rhythm, which is supposed to be something that's ideally set at the same time every single night. And then the long-term use is also not studied for melatonin. And that's it. Super brief, super quick. I hope you guys enjoyed.